And now we come to the next section, 6.2. Calculate the averages for a large set of data. And usually we have some sort of table like this, and this table shows the number of times to sit for the row test, x, and these are the frequencies. And now we have to find the mean, median, and the mode of this group of interviewees. And for the mean, we can just multiply the number of times with the frequency, and then add up all those numbers. 4 times 5, 5 times 0, plus 6 times 1. And this will be the total number of trials. And then divided this by, we have, if we sum up all those frequencies, we have 30 interviewers. Therefore, divided by 30. And we have 2.5. And the median will be the number at the middle. Since we have 30 persons, so the number at the middle will be between the 15th and the 16th value. And we can just look up the frequency table here. So the 15th one should be in the group 2. The number of times is 2 to sit for the row test. Since we have 5 plus 13, we have 18, and we have 15.5. This value should be within this group 2. So the median will be 2 times. And the mode is very obvious. The group with the highest frequency. Again, we have mode equals to 2. That's right, this is 2. And this part is only just for your information. Because when we deal with some frequency distribution table, the class mark, this class mark is actually the mid value of the class. So let's say if the class is from 70 to 79 marks, so the class mark will be 70 plus 79, and then divide this by 2. So this is very important. If the class mark is wrong, then all those products, if you want to calculate the mean, all these products will be wrong. So make sure you get the correct class mark. It should be the mid value of the class. And now we come to example 12. Joe will participate in the 400-meter race. The following were the times in seconds in his last 7 practice. So these are the data. Find the first, second, and third quarter, Q1, Q2, and Q3 of the data. So of course we have to arrange or sort the data in ascending order first. So we start with 44, and then 45, 47, 48, 50, 51, and 53. And so we have Q2. Q2 is actually the median. That is the data at the middle. Therefore, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data. So the middle one will be 48. This is our Q2. And now we have about 50% of data less than Q2 and 50% of data greater than Q2. And therefore Q1 will be the middle part of the lower half. So this will be 45 seconds. And Q3 is the middle value of the upper half, third quarter. So Q3 will be 51. So our final answer is Q1 45 seconds. Remember, don't leave out the unit here. Q2. Remember, this is Q2, not question number 2. 48 seconds. Q3. We have 51 seconds. And now we come to example 30. The following is a cumulative frequency curve showing the marks of 160 students, and the full mark is 90. And for part A, we have to find the median, Q1 and Q3, the first and the third quartiles. And since we have 160 students, so let's look at Q2, the middle value. This will be the middle mark of 160 students. And for graphical methods, we simply divide this by 2. That is, we have to find the active value of the student marks. So therefore, if we read from here, and then we can find Q2 here. This is Q2. And this is about 48 marks. And similarly, for Q1 and Q3. For Q1, we again divide the lower half into 2 equal halves. That is, we have to find the 40th mark. This is Q1. This is about 42. And for Q3, we have to find the middle mark of the upper half. And again, we read from the graph Q3. This is about 54. And for part B, again, we have to find the highest 5% of the students. Since the highest 5% will be awarded a grade A. And find the least mark that a candidate should score in order to get a grade A. So we have to look for the top 5% of the marks. So if we multiply 160 by 5%, we have X students. So we just look up the 152 value. We subtract 160 by 8. Therefore, we read from 152, and then we can read the data here. And this is about 73 marks. So actually, if a student scored more than 73 marks, he or she will be at the top 5%. He or she will be at this part of the curve. And therefore, he or she will get grade A here. This is the top 5%.